Yeah, no worries. So yeah, just curious. What is your relation to Futurpreneur? You don't work for them. You're a third party. They've hired you.
Fasken is a law firm that represents Futurpreneur. I'm sorry, I don't have the file up in front of me, but we got a letter sort of out of the blue from your client. So he's consolidating, basically?
Yeah, and he's been attempting to pay out the debt in full since June 28th. Essentially, all he's asked for is, because the lenders are private lenders and not bankruptcy or consumer proposal trustees, so it's a real Canadian handing over their hard-earned money. He just wants to do his due diligence and confirm that Futurpreneur still maintains ownership of the rights to the contract before we forward the entire outstanding balance, just because debts are bought and sold every day within the finance industry, right?
Oh, so, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So all that letter was really asking for was just an affidavit from Futurpreneur's chartered accountant that states that they checked the ledgers and the debt had not been sold. That's really all we're looking for, is just some confirmation in writing from one of your guys' accountants, that confirms that you guys still maintain ownership of the rights to the contract. And then as soon as we receive that confirmation, we'd be more than happy to pay the entire outstanding balance.
Okay. And you want it in what form? An affidavit?
Yeah, an affidavit from an accountant, just because the accountant is the only person with access to the ledgers to see the information in order to make that claim, right?
I don't know if they're the only person with access, but...
Well, I mean, that's what would be most widely accepted in court. I mean, who else has access to the ledgers, right?
I mean, I'm not trying to put up a roadblock here. I think all of the principals, the C-suite employees certainly would.
Well, I mean, they have access to the ledgers. I mean, they have access to their files in front of them, but they wouldn't have access to the actual booking, like the bookkeeping, right?
They should, but they wouldn't be closed out of them. Yeah.
Yeah, either way, we'd like it done by a chartered accountant, just because the chartered accountants are governed by a third party, right? So if a chartered accountant were to, put anything untruthful into writing, I mean, they would risk losing their license. So that's why we'd prefer to have it a chartered accountant, because they're governed by a third party, and it just makes everything easier to verify.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I don't have instructions. I can bring this to my client. Yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be a problem. But I just want to be clear that I don't have instructions. It does seem a bit overkill for. I think we're talking about $3,000 or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is, it's just because it's a private lender, right? So this guy worked real hard for his money. He just wants to make sure that all the ducks are in order before he goes and forwards that money, right? It might seem like overkill, but he's well within his rights to do so. And it's really just common sense business practice, just covering his...
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, we, if the intention is to pay off the debt, then, we're happy to help. So you need an affidavit. I'm just making notes. You need an affidavit from an accountant verifying. And what do you want it to say? Just, we have not sold this debt.
Just have to say that I've checked the ledgers and the debt has not been sold. The rights to the debt remains Futurpreneurs.
Okay. Okay. Let me see what I can do.
Beautiful.